Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm talking toilets and in particular this. It's the Thetford Twusch. You may or may not have heard of it. It's pretty new to the market. The Twusch, it was actually designed by a German family, yet Thetford saw this innovation and thought that'd work quite well in our Thetford toilets. So they are now selling the product through themselves. So the Thetford Twusch, what is it? Well, here it is. It's in this box. Basically, it is an inlay. It's made of porcelain and it fits in your Thetford toilet. Number of reasons why you may want to purchase this. So the Twusch, couple of purposes. First of all, if you have a brand new motorhome or caravan with a Thetford toilet, the Twusch is a liner that you put in and it will reduce the amount of water that you're going to use in the flush. It will also prolong the life of your toilet. It's antibacterial, it's scratch resistant, and also it's going to hopefully be non-staining. Now, if you have a pre-owned motorhome or caravan, it might be that your Thetford toilet could do with a little bit of a refresh. You can actually buy a Thetford refresh kit, and I've done a video about that before. I'll put that down there. But inside the bowl, knowing that a lot of people have previously used it, you might just want to freshen that up. So what you can do is fit the Thetford Twusch, and that's going to then give you a clean inlay in that bowl, in that toilet, and again it's got those benefits of water reduction and the non-scratching and non-staining. So that's really the purpose of why you might want to fit the Twusch. I'm interested in this, not that our toilet's damaged or scratched, but because it's going to reduce the amount of water. And the reason it'll do that is because it makes the inlay space slightly smaller than what there already is in there. So by using less water, now when we're off on our travels in the motorhome, one of the things that needs changing more than anything is the toilet cassette. We have to empty it regularly every few days. So by using less water, I am hoping that our toilet may last a little bit longer. So we'll see how we get on. So Thetford Twusch, this is it. So how do you know which one you need? As you can see at the front here, there's a picture of all the various Thetford toilets. Now you can find out which toilet you've got from either looking at your toilet and looking at the picture on the Thetford website to work it out. Ours is the C260 series, or if you go on into the manual for your motorhome or caravan, it should tell you there. Or on some motorhomes and caravans, if you go into your toilet cassette box, you'll have a label in there that'll tell you which one your toilet is. That's where I looked for ours. So those are the places you're going to find out which one you need. And then once you know, you can either order it online or from your caravan accessory shop. So that is where you're going to find out what you're going to need. How do you install it? Well, you will need the installation kit. This is separate, so make sure you order an installation kit. You can see on there it says installation for Twusch, and in there we're going to get sealant, spatulas and cleaner. So I have already cleaned our toilet, but I am going to fire in with the cleaning kit to make sure it's done properly. So you clean it, you put on the adhesive with the spatula, the sealant, and Bob's your uncle, you should be all twushed up. Let's have a look at these parts. I'm going to get these bits out and we'll take a look. So let's get into these boxes and see the Twusch. Right, let's start with the installation kit. So open the box, and in here, this looks like my sealant and little nozzle. These are my cleaning wipes, I'll use those next, and some spatulas here as well. And we have got some destructions. I will read the destructions. I'm a big one for reading these, because then if it goes wrong, it's not your fault. So I'll go through those, and let's just get the Twusch out so we can see that before I dive into the toilet and install it. So again, we've got installation instructions there. Put those there. And then this is the Twusch. So in we go. So as I say, this is porcelain, so you must be careful with it. And weight-wise, just under 800 grams, I believe. So that's pretty lightweight. Oh, that feels nice. Let me just stand up a second and get this out. So there we go. Right, I'll move the box out of the way. Just put that there. So that is the Twusch itself. Now, I'm just going to give it a little tap just so we can hear it. I'll do it with my... So you can feel it's actually, you know, it is porcelain. It's got Thetford, it's got the model number at the bottom there, and that's going to fit in, basically, sit inside our toilet. So I'm going to fit that next. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read the instructions, and I'm going to make my way into the bathroom and make sure I fit it properly. I will be giving my toilet a clean first of all, with the bits and pieces and make sure I do it all properly. So let's get cracked on and hopefully we'll have a successful installation. So here I am in our toilet space. I've got my gloves on. I've removed the cassette as per the instructions. My toilet is clean. However, I'm going to get the wipe that's provided with the kit, tear this open and do what it says. So this is open. Take out the wipe. I get all the glamorous jobs. Now with this wipe, we need to clean the toilet and the basin itself. So we've got the wipes here. So I'm going to clean inside the toilet, and I'm also going to clean this as well, the Twusch. Let me do that and then we'll move on to the next stage. Now what I'm going to do, I've got the wet wipe out the pack. Now I'm going to clean the Twusch first of all, because I don't particularly want to stick this in my used toilet and then rub it on this. So I'm going to give this a clean first of all with the clean cloth. With wearing the gloves, it is a little bit slippy, so just make sure you're holding it nicely. And then you can either give this to somebody else to hold or put it down carefully as I'm going to do there. Then I'm just going to give my toilet a good clean. It is clean already because I'm a bit OCD, but I'm going to give it another go, as you can see. Give it a really good clean inside this bowl here and down into this part as well. So as per the instructions, I have nicely cleaned the toilet bowl, and then I'm going to take the wipe and just bob it back in the packet just to be hygienic. I'll be disposing of that. Take my couple of tissues that were also in the pack and just wipe around as well. Now you want to make sure before you do this that everything is nice and dry. There's no rush unless you're in a rush, and then I'd suggest you find a better time, but don't rush. Just make sure everything is clean and dry. So that's all cleaned off. I'm going to give my Twusch a little dry off next, and then we'll fit it in. So I'll see you in a minute. Stage 2, where it all could go really badly wrong for me. I have got a towel on hand. I suggest you do as well, although you're probably more proficient than I am with a bit of silicone. So this is our silicone sealant. What I'm going to do is I've opened the nozzle, I've opened it all up. I'm going to first of all put a layer within the toilet itself. Then I'll put the Twusch in and then we seal the rim. So wish me luck with my plunger. I'm not very good at stuff like this, but I'm going for it. So I'm going to plunger some sealant, giving it a good push. As I say, you'll probably be a lot better at this than me. Right, here we go. So, thin layer around the sides. I don't think this has to be overly pretty because you're not going to see this again once the Twusch has been put in. I don't know how much we need. It just says about putting a line around. I think maybe I should have opened my sealant a little bit more than I have. There we go. Got some more coming out there. And then I'll put some more at the back. Right, I think what I'm going to do is give that a go. Hopefully that'll be sufficient. Just give it another little push. There we go. Let's give that a try. Right, now when I put this down, obviously just be careful where you put this because you don't want to get this all over your motorhome or your caravan. So I will put that onto my towel. Then I'm going to take the Twusch. So the Twusch needs to be fitted this way round, so you can see there the hole into the hole. So I'm going to drop this in carefully. Just put my hands here, lower it in. There we go. Push it down. I want to seal it on that sealant that I've been putting in. So pushing down, got my hands through the little gap there, give it a good push. There we go. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the rest of the sealant and I'm going to go around the outside edge. So I'm going to seal that now because we don't want any liquids getting down there. So I'm going to get my plunger again and work my way around the outside. There is a spatula so you can clean off any excess. So I'm going to do that process now and we'll see how we get on. Wish me a bit more luck. Okay, so I've done that. It's not as easy as it looks, I will admit. Right, next thing with the spatula, I'm just going to make sure that this is all filled in. I've removed the excess. I've got my gloves, I've got my spatula. Let's go in for round two. So this is where I'm just going to make sure I've smoothed this around. Just going to fill in the gaps first and then I'll make sure that I tidy it up. So the gap I'm filling in is the gap between the Twusch and the original Thetford bowl. So I'm just going round nicely now to just check that it's all filled in. It will take time to cure as well, depending on the temperature. It could be up to 24 hours or more. So make sure you do leave time for the process to cure before you use the toilet again in your leisure vehicle. So I'm just smoothing around. There we go. And here as well, where we finished off, just going round there. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to carry on tidying this up before it gets a bit sticky to mess with. So that is the idea now. We've spatulaed around. I'm just going to tidy up and then we'll see how the finished article looks. I'll be back in a minute. Right, so I've finished. I'm going to leave it for at least 24 hours. That sealant needs to cure and then all being well, my Twusch will be affixed. If you want to have a look at it now, so I've rubbed the sealant round so you can see the Twusch is actually installed now. It's nice and clean and white. That should reduce the water consumption and just freshen up your toilet if it is in a little bit of a worse state than ours was. To be fair, ours wasn't that bad, but I fitted it. I'm not sure that Thetford are going to be asking me to be part of their technical team anytime soon after seeing me do that, but I've given it a go. So there we go. Might be something you're interested in. Let's dive up there and just have a bit of a recap. I've come out of my toilet just to finish the video because you should never finish a video in the toilet. That is the Thetford Twusch. It is a liner for your toilet if you need to freshen it up in any way due to colour discoloration or scratching, and it also will help to reduce the amount of water that you use when flushing, and therefore you can go off grid longer and you're going to fill your toilet cassette in a longer space of time, if that makes sense. It'll take you longer to fill your toilet cassette. Hopefully you've enjoyed my demonstration. It is purely that is a demonstration. Please, if you're going to fit one of these, follow the instructions, do it in a well-ventilated area and do it as per the guidelines, not just how I've done it. Although I was following the instructions, but they may not be completely right. Hopefully you've enjoyed having a look at the Thetford Twusch. I will put all the links down here. So as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.